Hello everybody, welcome to the show. Doing a little bit differently because I actually have daylight now. We are into, can't tell by the neighbors' pumpkins up on their porch steps. It's October. Next weekend is Halloween. We're loaded up, and we're headed down. Problem is it's 50 degrees and rainy. Chance of rain. So we're probably gonna let it warm up a little bit. Buckle up, hang on. We're definitely going to catch a bass today. That Scout's honor. I've never been a scout, but we're gonna catch a largemouth bass today. Let's do it. Okay, we're at Everhart's. It is an hour and 20 minutes later. Check it out. You guys ever been here? Everhart's, Clinton, Missouri. We're waiting on Charles. I'm gonna message him, see where he's at. But I had a cop follow me all the way down off from 50 highway. He cut to 13 and come down. Anyway, all the way down. Cop like right there. I'm doing speed limit. He's just like back there, just like going a mile an hour over the speed limit, and I'm getting you kind of thing, you know. And I'm like, this, you gotta be kidding me. Normally, if you do the speed limit, a cop will go around you because cops don't do the speed limit. In case you guys wonder. Anyway, we're gonna go in here at Everhart. I'm gonna get a couple different things, and we're gonna go hit the water. I got the wipers on kind of high, but let me try to shut them off here. You guys can make out, it's not a hard rain yet, but it's only like 50 degrees. So, I mean, it'll be fine, but if you get wet now, we're planning on fishing until probably dark. We got time to wait it out. It should be gone by the time we get out of Everhart. I mean, it should be good. All right, mission accomplished. I gotta hurry up and follow Charles, but I just got like a little few things I needed. I've got a couple different buzz baits. They had, those are the ones I keep talking about, finesse rugby jig, VMC 1/8 ounce. See how the eyes are way up high? Got a couple packs of those. And then I got a secret weapon for you guys. It was high dollar, but a little bitty guy. We're gonna try that today. So anyway, Charles is taking off. I gotta catch up to him. Okay, you can see I got a bunch of rods out there. So we're gonna jump right to the big Black Knight, the Black Knight 1. And I'll try to show you guys the difference real quick. So a whole different animal altogether. The original one is a huge beast compared to the little one, new one. So I'm putting the little new one down, and we're going to throw this guy. Now this is what I'm going to throw real quick, and I'm going to test it. It's 15-pound everything, leader and braid main line. We're going to throw our big baits with this today. And I may end up going down to say like using also this with an 1/8 ounce shaky head, because this rod, the 803, is capable of like doing all that. It's very good rod. We're gonna throw this on the outside edges, 3/4 ounce.
Have you seen the microwave guide?
Yeah. Whoa, not good.
That didn't work well.
Not good. Got to tighten her up. Oh well, no wonder.
You got no brake at all?
It's set at 0.
That's because you did that your little
so we'll set it in half.
Session. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was the first cast you guys saw me make with this reel. But that's why I love braid, Charles. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
The braid just catches itself, and being it was 15-pound test, it ain't gonna snap or nothing. So let me make a little lighter cast. Okay. So yeah, let's go to this rod, and we're doing a couple tests here. I can't remember exactly now what suffix 832. Does that sound right? But that's what Jim said he put on this, and I haven't touched this one. See that line? I may end up trying that line too if I like it.
Oh yeah, that's nice looking.
But we're gonna test it out. And we got the Spirit
Hercules
Fox.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
We're gonna try this guy.
Wherever you want in your boat. You know, you want it in the back, put it in the back. Later on, you want it in the front, put it in the front.
10-pound test.
And no wires to mess with.
But I think he told me that was 6-pound braid. We'll find out if I lose my new bait. I just bought this bait. I don't think I even checked them. We're set wherever Jim said at, which is 7, which is probably about right.
Oh, that's right. You got that used. Oh, there's one.
Charles has a fish. Crappie.
Crappie. Nice. On a crappie jig. Imagine that.
Huh. Weird.
Crazy. It's a nice crappie.
Crappie. I That is a huge crappie. Look at this crappie Charles has. That's as big as those other ones.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice crappie.
Big, nice crappie. Shoot. Very nice.
Well, chartreuse work on crappie.
Yeah, chartreuse of all different colors. I'm trying this guy. May not have the right color match, but
He's kind of up on the bank, too.
let's go. Charles hit that side of the bank. I'm going to hit over here. You got another one that quick? No, you got grass.
Got it first.
So we're trying out the braided line, and we're also trying the Spirit Fox out. Now I know this is like your borderline. This is the 803 is a true regular gear. This the 802 is that crossover, and I'm going to try to show you guys today. I'll throw some light stuff with these. Whoa, look out, with these combos also, the heavier combos. We'll throw the more traditional stuff. I'm trying to get as close to that bank as I can. And I probably should let it actually sink a ways. Hold the rod tip down really, and just swim this swim bait. There. Oh, I had a hit. I'm gonna make a cast down the bank. Now we're in deep water, I'm sure, so I'm gonna let that sink. We're in clear enough water. I feel anyway, I don't need to touch the bottom. I just need to get it down there. Now, if they won't come off the bottom or out of where they're at, then we're going to jump to probably worms or something else. I'm just trying to entice one with an underspin swim bait. I thought I saw that. I did see that line jump. I think I got a fish. I think I had a little fish running with it for just a split second there. Oh, you dirty dog. We may need to go. We need to go full BFS. I don't know. Did you see that? I got him. Finally. Oh, I missed that one. Now, I know it wasn't this rod, was it? That's a brand new hook. First time I just pulled it out of the package. It's sharp. How that fish come unhooked, I don't know. If you guys remember right though, that very first few outings with these NRX rods, I struggled with hookups for some reason.
Yep.
Charles has another one on that freaking bait. I'm gonna go strictly to my worm.
Nope, it's fast.
Trying to go beside this log. Another little chunk.
Oops, sorry.
But I'm getting ready to go 16th ounce with the sprayed grass worm. That's what I'm getting ready to go to. Show the folks at home what you're using over there. Just to cut down. So yeah, he's basically swimming a TRD.
Yep.
I thought I had a hit.
Yep. I didn't have, but I couldn't find any sprayed grass, so I just cut down the worm.
Yeah.
Sprayed grass worm.
Okay, so we're going to be doing that one too. What I'm kind of doing here, I got to figure out how to set my reels where they don't get jacked. What are you doing, Charles?
Oh.
I don't even know why I brought the old Zephyr. I may not even use it today.
The old Zephyr?
Yeah, let me see. Let's go back to this one. It's already rigged up, 16th ounce, ready to go. Yeah, let's just see. All right, let's just see what we got going on there. Let's sink all the way down. Uh-oh. What line you running again?
It broke it down there.
Yeah, but what line is that?
I don't know. Some line.
Put 6.
This is, I think so.
Yeah. Get some of my 6, because Well, you did catch several fish. You need to check that line. But I'm telling you, 6-pound test.
I think that was. Oh, girl.
No.
The one we've been looking for.
No,
I
no.
heard a bump and then bow.
I think your line is just freaking probably 4-pound test. Now we do got a clicker. This reel, we're going to find out today. I honestly think the overall, just the looks of it, I probably like it actually better looks-wise than I do the new Black Knight 2. But it's bigger and has a heavier spool. Mine has a real heavier spool.
I don't remember what I was going to ask you.
What?
I know they work great from the factory, so I figure you have them. But have you ever put like the purple micro bearings or anything in a PW and tried that?
No, I haven't. I've not messed with any aftermarket bearings.
Oh, really?
I watched the real test. He just did a test on the clamber, the one I got.
Yeah,
that one. You see, he swapped and it didn't help. It didn't work. I honestly believe if you got real good bearings, if they're putting in good bearings,
yeah,
that other stuff, the minute difference it'll make. First of all, whoa, I got a fish. That little sucker was on it.
I think the main thing would just be super lightweight.
Right. It's only going to help if you're that guy that's just trying to push the limits and wanting to.
Yeah.
But for what we're doing, even the, like, could you see what I throw? The test I do is a 1.5, that little crank like we use at the little creeks and stuff.
Right, and that's what
That's the smallest I go. I'm just going to show you guys. I forgot I even did this. I rigged a bunch of different hooks a while back last year at some point. I just want to show you how insane I get at times. I rigged them with kind of belly weights, but not necessarily for swim baits or anything. I rigged these for the zinkers, so you could hook them on and the weight was more towards the middle, the way you hook the zinkers, to pull them down just a little bit, especially when they get like an older zinkers. But anyway, all I was doing, I was in here looking for a hook, and I even had some of them with the extra long shanks. You see how that shank is extra long? You can get them like that. But I'm gonna go with the standard size hook. I may even do that big one there at some point. But we're gonna take our regular gear and I'm gonna rig up something that'll go right up on this bank and almost work like topwater. So normally I end up putting something crazy and bright on. So I'm gonna go away from that right now. I'm gonna rig up basically the worm that has been working. This one seems that it's designed, it's just the mold came out a little weird. So I'm gonna take advantage of that part of it, but I'm gonna rig it up on this huge hook. Now normally you definitely don't want to try to set the hook with normal BFS gear, but here I'm going to show you something here in a second. So buckle up, hang on, watch this. So I'm going up further so I can cover that whole, I want to cover all this up, even my snap. I want to get that worm all the way up, pulled up there. I'm going to pull it even over that snap. See that? That's just helping it's getting through any little gunk. So I'm going to cover all that up, and then I'm going to come back here and hook this baby up. Now this hook's a little overkill, but I either have what I feel is too small. So Charles has a big nice bass. We're going to spin around while he's got that. Yeah, that's a nice fat one. That's like we were catching last time we were here. So anyway, you end up with this weightless Cinco type deal. I don't know if you guys will see the sink. Now it won't shimmy quite like a normal Cinco rig because you got so spread out holding it together. But what you can do, and I'm going to show you close up while we're right here on the bank. You can cast this out and twitch it around and then let it drop. I got one like that. First cast. You guys see that? Now that hook is way too big for that little old bass. But you can throw this and work it kind of top water, but also look how It works for little, big ones, whatever. But so what I'm doing that is, I guess, untraditional, and you would technically need, how do they always mess this? Spin that around. Is when you're dealing, you see how big that hook is? I think that's a 5/0, 5 or 6. That's huge. You do not want to try to set that hook with a smaller rod. It's a super sharp new hook. But what this lets you do, this kind of fishing I'm talking about doing, you guys have seen the MGL, and actually this line, what's funny, this line came off the Aldebaran 30 MGL, and it's, I think I was running a little less than you have to run on it or want to run on the Aldebaran roughly, but it's perfect for this size spool on the almost any of your older. Let's throw one way out there. I'm going to show you how well it works. Try to. Whoa, until I backlashed. Every time I try to show you guys something, it never works. Oh, that's right, I had it turned down. Go to 3. I had it turned out 2.5. I was throwing a 3/4 ounce bait. Don't worry, it's braid. Look at that. It don't backlash, and it just freaking, I had a fish on, Charles. Sitting here jacking around with the backlash. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is teach you guys, as I'm like losing my mind here because I can't get everything going right. But anyway, I'm trying so many different new things. Or not new that I've done before, but with different rods and reels and all that. So anyway, this is nothing new to me though, as far as taking a regular rod, putting, let's try this cast again. I mean, whoa. And you see how well it casted. I hit the bank. So you can throw that right over there in the nastiest of cover and twitch it and whatever. And I'm not saying you couldn't do it with like an MGL or your finesse reels that are on the market, but here's the deal. As I catch this fish, here's the deal with that. And I lose a fish. This, how much is the original? The original Black Knight can be had for, I think, 70 bucks, 65. Yeah. And there's a ton of them on there.
Right at like 60, I think.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And the MGL, the 30 MGL, that sucker is 400. Comparable reels like the KP from 13 Fishing and all that, like you're talking tons of money. So what you do is, and it's not just the Black Knight. Trying to think of some of them. The old original, the XF50, the ones that have a shallow spool, but it's a touch deep and it's thick. The aluminum it's made out of is still back thick before they started really thinning them to get them light. You can still get you can get away with you know, I don't know about true 15, but probably 10, 12, 14. No, you just rig them up like you would a normal reel. You fill them up, you know, if you're wanting to run, you know, it really only works with braid, just like an MGL spool. Like if you're trying, you know, you're trying to be a guy throw a 20-pound test mono, you don't want an MGL spool. It won't hold a lot. But if you're, you know, say you're wanting to put 10-pound line, 12-pound line, whether you're using braid or not. Like for me though, it'll hold a bunch of 15-pound braid, and I got a 15-pound braid leader, but Charles running us right up on all this gunk. Just kick that troll motor back like a touch, just a whoop, so it stops us. That's good right there. Stops the momentum. There should definitely be a bass over here. I'm trying to just drop it down. Now if I get up in the grass over here, I'll pull it like right across the grass like you would a frog or something. But this this weedless way is a good way to work it right across the tops. Ooh, you see that? Jiggling it like that. Oh, I'm struggling. It's these freaking NRX rods. I'm telling you, dude, I struggle with NRX hookups. I know it's a big hook, but come on now. Well, no, every time I get these NRX rods in my hands, I start struggling with hookups, and I don't get it. I must need to yank way harder. That soft tip must be so soft that they just, I don't know. I cannot, in my mind, it's a $500 rod and it's my worst hookup ratio rod I've ever owned. Right. The NRX rods.
I'm gonna hit it and I'm gonna catch one.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're gonna catch the little ones, weed them out of my way. I'm gonna catch a big bass. Oh, that was a good jump.
Yeah, that's a nice chunk.
But while Charles is doing that, I'm gonna backlash. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. Told you guys, once I get out on the water fishing, I always end up turning up my brakes. So Charles, while he has a nice chunk, I'm gonna try to help him out and get out here and it's a nice bass. Pound and something. My worm got jacked. But we switched hooks. I erased all the footage where I was cussing that. I guess that hook's a little too thick for the 803, the 3 power. I'm talking about something that you use and continually use. That sucker ate that worm, and how I did not hook him. Charles, I'm struggling today. Take me back to my boat. I cannot set the hook in your boat. It's my feet placement. It's the aluminum. It's my freaking muck boots on aluminum or something, because I watched that bass took the whole worm in his mouth.
Yeah.
Like I saw him, I saw his mouth open, and I saw no worm. I set the hook, guess what?
Nothing.
Bloop! No fish. Like, how did I miss it? You guys see what I'm fishing in? Water. We didn't drain, we started draining the boat, but we didn't kind of get it all the way done. So anyway, I switched up on you guys. We changed up, because that's traditionally what I do. I like to use the 661 for my 16th ounce, and then a little bit heavier. Not because I won't throw it. As you've seen, I was just fishing and using the LingL with the Tatula, fishing a 16th ounce. You can also use a regular worm if you want. With that same rod, it'll throw it just fine. But it is a touch stouter, so I like throwing, and we're throwing an 1/8 ounce now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to give them the 1-2 punch. We'll have the LingL throwing the purple haze a little deeper, technically a little deeper. It'll get deeper quicker anyway. And then I'm going to rig up, and I'm trying to find places to put my reels without getting them scratched up. Charles, we're going to build a
Put it right.
carpeted deal. So anyway, that will probably work.
Right beside you there that sets them out of the boat.
That's the exact bait I took off. And believe it or not, you guys aren't going to believe this. The hook that's been working and getting hook sets working, because it's still sharp, I've dragged that across the street doing a couple different tests. You can see how I've chewed up the deal. That's because I was dragging it on the street. The frickin' VMC stuff is good. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care that Mike Iaconelli likes them either. The VMC stuff is legit. But here's my favorite thing right here.
I think they're down too deep for that.
Is this
I do like it.
661 is perfect to play the fish, to fight the fish, to throw the bait, to set the hook, and it doesn't feel overboard. Cayenne Teton, yeah. I don't even know how you pronounce that. Kuying.
They don't work.
Yeah. Oh, I had Eugene from the channel. I don't know. I still may buy him. He offered me. He's got 2 that are the one piece. He's got 2 Cayenne Teton 661s and 2 or 1. I got a fish, Charles, way out here. That fish was running. But see how that thing always managed to hook him up? Why is that? Like, I didn't even get a good hook set, but it's always there. Fish is on. Those freaking NRX rods, game over. They always get off. $300, almost $100 a rod, which is what they cost new, if you could find it. And they may bring it back out again. So it's one of those like, oh, I talk you up and then you lose me a fish. You freaking Cayenne Teton suck. I'm going all the freaking Shakespeare ugly sticks. No, but anyway, it's one of those things where the same thing with the Digit. I don't think if somebody offered me, oh, I got 10 Digits, I'll sell you. I'd be like, nope, I can't. I want something that I can go, or I can recommend people to go and just buy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's the point in even using something? I'm not that person that, like, because I tried that before, like hunt down the old wiggle wards, hunt down the, you know, the stuff that's no longer made, the Excalibur. And I ended up finding what I like better is the Booyah hard knockers anyway. I think they're the same freaking bait. But so once I started thinking about that, I'm like, you know what? I'd probably be better off just to order a 662 over this winter, you know, and then just try it. Because I'm also, another thing, I
guess that's kind of the reason why I haven't gotten any, is because I'm like, you fish the crap out of it. So I'm kind of been trying other stuff to find out what else is available. You know?
I missed another fish on you. Every time I talk up something, it doesn't work. That's a camera life for you guys. Because the wind, well, if there is any wind, it was blowing the opposite way, so. I already had did I have a fish, or am I losing my mind? I got a fish. The boat's moving so much still that I couldn't, it was hard to tell what's going on, but yeah, I got a fish. All right, you may want to get over here. That's a nice chunk. Jeez, that's like a little football fighter. Yeah, back us up just a hair. This boat, I think, actually frickin' does like a thing more so than my boat. There we go. You know what I mean? It kind of sails more than mine.
Yeah, well, yours has all those
the
ups
punt
and downs and crap. Well, this one, being flat bottom, it actually.
Yeah, I know. So I said you got to you actually have to kill your momentum and almost back it up the other way just a hair. Otherwise, it just hovers everywhere. Then all it takes a little is fish pull or whatever, and all of a sudden it just sends it a direction. I think I got another fish. I do got another fish. He's not big. I'm almost to the point where I thought this rod was like extra sensitive over my other one, but I'd swear it takes me longer to realize I got a fish. We're just tearing them up though, one fish right after the other on this thing. The purple one is kicked in. I can't put it down. Let's try right.
Is it time to go mood ring?
I don't know. You seen how many fish I've caught since I've put this on over the other baits I've been throwing? It's like doink, 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 game over, got the bait. Charles has a fish. I'm gonna try to re-rig here while he's catching the fish. So I'll show you guys Charles, and I'm trying to keep the folks at home entertain Charles. I broke off.
Oh, it's a jump.
Use that size. Yeah, it's perfect size. And you'll have people arguing knots they use all day long.
Nazis?
Knots they use.
Oh, knots they use. Oh, I thought you were talking Nazis.
I do use snaps, and I don't like tying a ton of knots. Only when I need to. Check the line, make sure it's good. But this knot right here, I call it the Berkeley, or I think they call it trilene knot, or the Berkeley knot, I don't know. I go through twice, whatever I'm going through, then I wrap 6 times, or 7 or 8, or whatever, just wrap it through. Get a good amount of wraps, probably 6 to 8. Get it all through like that, then wet it. And then cinch it down. And when you're cinching, are you still catching fish? I'm trying to teach these guys how to tie a knot. Well, you messed me up. When done right, I got jacked up with Charles, and my hands are all gunky. But that's a knot when I'm out on the water fishing. That's no issue. Simple to tie. You want to pull on all ends, the bait or the snap, your main line, your tag line. So all different 3 things. Cinch it up, wet. Don't worry about how big the tag line is. You guys don't like that? Oh my, okay. All right, fine. There. Definitely leave a little bit just in case something were to slip. So now we got to get a whole nother new bait. Look at this. We just bought them and we were throwing them away. Throwing them away like we're handing them out to these fish like it's Halloween and we're handing out candy to the kids. So that's why I bought 2 packs and I already had about 5. Because you will go through them at some point in time. Where's my worms, Charles? Okay. Because most of these zinkers, you pull on them hard enough, they'll change color. Start stretching them. They get lighter anyway. They won't get darker. They'll get lighter. And I probably got another pack, and I need to order at least another pack or 2 for next year. So anyway, that's just a kind of a issue I've seen with some of the color, the ones that are, you know, supposed to be multiple colors. Charles has a freaking nice bass. He didn't even say anything. Look at this bass. I'm in the middle of trying to get rigged up again. Charles broke out. That's the dragon. And I'll probably at some point stop talking about it, but I'll probably buy me another one because it does work and it is a good rod. I just happened to trade it for the Zephyr. Oh, what was that? So I'm rigged this back up.
That's a nice.
Yeah, that's a nice 1.5 pounds probably. That's a nice bass. And the dragon is a good flexible, like it puts up a good fight with the fish. See how that NRX has that front? Show them the bend on yours. The NRX is it's what I call fast, maybe even extra fast. Don't have the, oh my God. Yeah, see, it starts bending a little, and it's a softer.
It starts bending almost at the joint for the 2-piece.
Right.
I mean, it's almost the joint
for
the 2-piece.
It's a lot softer than even the 802 NRX, and it, where's this? Have we already hit this before?
Yeah, but I've been catching fish, so I just let it float in.
Oh my God.
How
did I do that? Oh, when I broke them.
Right there, straight in front of you is where I've been catching all these.
Right here.
Yep, right there in that.
I'm gonna drop it right down there. Oh, it's because it's a little shallow. It stays shallow out of ways. Like it is not deep all the way out here right there.
Now I'm hung up.
So, oh, yep. Well, you know what? I got a fish. See that? Look at that. NRX hook set. Look at that jump. Woo! Get up here. I'm probably gonna switch back out of this rod just for the simple reason that we don't have a clicker on this reel.
Tell you what.
Have I gotten a picture? All right. Whee! Oh man. All right, boys and girls, couple things. I switched, and now we're gonna go with the NRX with the Black Knight, which is 803. I put the 1/8 ounce on that, so we're gonna check it and use that for that. We're gonna use the because it's got a drag clicker, one thing. Charles has one. He had one, had it all the way to the boat, but I wasn't recording. I'm showing Charles the power. He's like, I heard you talking about this. You know, even a kid can catch fish right and left with them. The old bubblegum TRDs. You cannot beat them. And I don't think this pit has seen those ever before, so we'd liable to just come in here and tear them like right and left. But I'm serious, it's almost too easy. It's almost like cheating. So I'm still back to my normal stuff. But me and Charles are talking about rods and stuff. So if you guys are thinking about buying rods or reels off AliExpress, do this though. Double check before you buy, because a lot of stuff's listed, and a lot of stuff's listed different ways, and it could come a different way. We're talking about they make the magic pill fishing reel, and I'll probably end up getting one. But I saw it listed as coming with the fish alarm clicker. Charles has another one. I'm telling you.
Yep, I like that.
You get, now here's the thing though, you use that too much at one place, then it like goes away. I noticed that. Like it, then everything knows like, oh boy, that's that thing, because they don't miss it.
Yeah.
The same thing that made everything in the place come out and get it is the same thing that nothing will hit it after you've used it in the same spot for a while.
Yeah.
But it's very good.
The one that I've been looking at that I really like the looks of, but it's not BFS is the only thing.
Which one?
Is the Hunt House.
Yeah. I've been looking, I'm gonna buy that one. It's only like 35 bucks and it comes with a clicker.
It does have a clicker.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Well, like I said,
You gotta get a Revo drag clicker.
you're gonna deck it all out, but well, you're gonna have more money than that, and you could just bought a PW. Just for doing it though, kind of like fixing up a hot rod. Time you get these old hot rods fixed up, like you could have just bought a Corvette. Like, well, it's just not as fun. Oh, they're running with it. Oh my, jeez. That fish nailed it, moving like I was swimming it. Fish come out and nailed it. You can definitely boat flip that size bass. I need a pic of this too. Look at that fat, juicy. Whoa, Charles is trying to kill me with that fast trolling motor. Look at that fish, huh? Let's set him down gently. Don't go anywhere, fish. We need a pic of that, Charles. Don't move. See if he can jump. We will see if this one's a jumper. Look at this water Charles got me in. Good thing I got my muck boots on. Every time I look down, I think I'm gonna get wet, but I realize I got my boots on. Oh! Almost. Okay, enough all that. What is this and what is that? The worm, as I'm showing you baits that aren't getting hit, is like right in between. It's an 1/8 ounce bait that actually, well, ain't that 1/8 of an ounce jig head, but by the time you had that worm, a 1/16 ounce weighs 8 grams. So I don't know, the 1/8 ounce with that worm is definitely doable. And as you see how fast it catches a bass, I go through all that hoopla, all these other baits, put the worm back on, first cast. Now he ain't nothing to write home about, but he's a bass just like that. And I know what I should do now, just for test purposes, is I should take a whole nother bait, a whole different color, and just try it. Maybe that, I got I think it's Gobi Bryant, and a couple other colors that may work. And we've got a hodgepodge put together, I do anyway, because I'm kind of like in, this is my test mode. All the different stuff I might want to use, and whichever ones, trying on different rods. Now I've switched up a couple different things. I'm throwing 16th ounce, but I'm trying a different color, Gobi Bryant. I actually have 3 rods hooked up now with a shaky head. Got the 803 with the 1/8 ounce, this with the 16th, and then I still got the 661. But I wanted to give a couple different colors a shot. Oh, I had a fish. Setting the hook with the NRX rod is starting to drive me nuts today. Now that could have been, it bumped it and then spit it back out. But anyway, I had a fish on for sure, but until I actually reel one in. I think I'm actually gonna like this Spirit Fox. Whoa, Charles, you got a big one, or what are you doing? Charles, I heard drag going, and
it was wrapped in some braid.
no, it's. That fish, Charles, was not as big as what I thought. I heard that, I was like, oh, Charles got something. I spun around. I'm trying to fish over here with my spirit fox, minding my own business.
I'm catching little dinks.
Yep. You notice what Charles keeps going back to and putting back on.
I never take it. Never have took it off.
Pink TRD on the Dragon PW100. That's the one you bought. You've had that, what, a year now?
This PW?
Yeah, about a year probably. Or
yeah.
So we're going to do some tests. I'm going to be checking back with Charles because my old PW...
And I have not
and
touched the guts.
Yeah, and a reverse finally shot craps on mine.
Did you get it all cleaned out and it's still doing it?
I took it apart. I sprayed out that roller bearing just with like simple green. I didn't... I figured degreaser could...
See, what I did...
You want to put grease in those, right? Like pack them with grease?
No.
Or just oil?
No, you put a very light film of grease. Very light.
Well, it may be that it's got too much grease and it's keeping the roller bearings from catching like they're supposed to work.
Because my wife's cousin...
Let's try over here.
He had
they sell all
what's
kinds.
The step up from the Black Max?
I don't know.
The Pro or...
Well, they got the Black Max, the Silver Max, the Pro Max.
Pro Max. He had a Pro Max. And it was doing what you're talking about. And I
got a fish on, Charles.
You can fix it.
I had a fish.
And so I brought it home, took alcohol, cleaned that bearing all out, very lightly greased it with hot sauce grease, the Quantum hot sauce grease, and put it back together. It worked perfect. So then I happened to be going to see him, and I was like, dude, this thing works perfect. Do you want it back? And he's like, well, I gave it to you, but yeah, I'll take it back. And I was like, all right.
So here, anyway, color maybe don't seem to matter. So yeah, the PW100, those of you guys just listening in, Charles told me, I cleaned it, but then I greased it. I greased that sucker like you grease a wheel bearing.
Very light.
So it's probably got grease holding the rollers from working like they're supposed to. Come on, here, fishy, fishy. I'm just working that bait. Slow. I got a fish. I had that fish on for way longer than... Running sideways with it. I got what is considered by some the most sensitive rod in the world, and then I just kind of sensed the line was moving, not really felt anything. So, I told you we'd catch a giant out of here, Charles. That Charles got one. It's bigger by far than mine was. Look at that. No, it's bigger, but that little rod, he'll be another 10 minutes getting that fish in. That's a good chunk. While he's doing that, now he switched, I think, to about the same color I got. Purple haze color, but in a TRD, right?
Nope.
Okay, so it is though. That is like a blue and silvery, or purple silvery. What do they call that color?
Want to be purple haze?
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Not far from it.
That's finesse.
Oh yeah. This is finesse too. This is power finesse. Charles got another one. That, I was getting ready to say, that was not a bass. It was zigzagging too much, I could tell. Man, the bluegill, when you catch the bluegill, they're huge. Yeah, you don't just catch little bluegill. They're every bluegill and green.
Big too.
Yeah.
Everything in here but the bass is big.
Yeah.
And I'd say it's because there's so many bass they just keep them ate down. One
Probably.
Of these days, we need to target these and the crappie and stuff.
Crappie should be able to find. They should all be out together.
Yeah.
There's a hit right there. As soon as it hit the water, I saw my line ticked. My line went thump. I could see it. Couldn't feel nothing.
You can tell the bluegill too because they go tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, they got a peck, peck, peckety peck kind of thing. Man, them bass look good. Look at that thing.
Well, I found the sprayed grass and I was looking for the TRDs in a color that was the same, and they just didn't have any colors that were the same. So I ended up just getting sprayed grass and cut.
So what I do, the Goby Bryant and the deal aren't that far away of like a kind of a naturally color. Kind of a natural bait fish color. So now we're going to try the deal in an 1/8 ounce. So to get down a little deeper, a little quicker. This yellow just is that much easier. You can see it like further down. Oh, look at that monster Charles caught. Did you guys see it jump? Oh boy, that's feisty. Okay, I'm going to drop this thing down. I might catch one right in front of the boat. If you remember right, those two, I caught couple of the biggest fish of the day, like under the boat.
Right at the boat.
Oh, it's the feds. Oh boy, look at that. You guys see that? That is close. And a yellow plane happened to go over as I'm fishing my yellow stuff. What are the odds? Okay, I don't know how much footage I got left because I've already went through one card and I've been saving so much stuff. I'd swear, this reel already makes like a geary sound, doesn't it? Did you hear that? Hear that? I had a hit. Hear that noise? That's a brand new reel. I'm going to get a little aggressive with these worms. I'm going to throw them. I'm going to do a little more. I've kind of been just jiggling them. I'm going to get down there and start popping them, kind of making them work like more like a soft jerk bait. Got a hit. I got a fish. Look at him come up. Oh boy.
Those might not be too bad if you put those loose.
We're running through batteries and SD. We're sneaking up on them now. Now I do have an 1/8 ounce on this, but I'm sticking with it just because I think they may like that fast fall, like something trying to get away. That 16th, as well as it, look at, oh, the 16th as well as it was working the other day. I think now they actually like that faster, you know, whether it's on the fall or when you're pulling it or twitching it, it kind of jerks around more with that bigger weight. Out of range, right? Oh, right there. Oh, baby. That, ooh, that was a perfect cast. Hang on, Charles. Buckle up. Buckle up. Hang on. That is going to be a bass.
Is there any difference between like the purple and the red micro spools or micro bearings?
Yeah, well, yeah, there's, I'm not sure which ones you're talking about. Sometimes just a company, there might be from a different company. But well, I don't know what the differences are. I just know that I know the different types of bearings you can get. You can get, you know, different companies have different brands, like Hedgehog ones are expensive. On AliExpress though, I mean, there's only so many bearings you can get. You got your original, just stainless steel. You know, they'll make them out of sometimes different material, but you basically have your stainless metal ball bearings. Then you can get a micro ball bearings, which are, you know, just the micro balls, but everything's still metal. Then you can get, you know, ceramic, full ceramic or hybrid ceramic, which full ceramic is everything, the inner and outer race and the balls, everything's ceramic. Then you can get hybrid ceramic, which the black knights are supposed to come with. Right, the inner and outer race or whatever are, I got a fish. They're stainless, but the balls are ceramic. That's your hybrid ceramic, just the balls are ceramic. Then you can get what a lot of guys are, like, I guess technically would be the best overall for, especially for lightweight baits, you can get hybrid ceramic micro bearings.
Right. And that's what both of these
have in them, hybrid ceramic.
But they're purple.
Micros.
They sell red ones also.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was just a different company or just for a color thing, which you don't see the bearings. So
yeah, I think that the colors to designate a difference in what they've done.
Oh crap, that sucks.
Got a fish right there. Oh. Hang on, Charles. No, I was going to say it might be better have me in the wood. We're just flat. This worm is flat kicking them. You know why, Charles, this worm's doing it?
Why?
Because it's the deal. That's the deal right there. And I'll be honest, the deal in other baits, this one, it was kind of a, I don't know if it's supposed to be that exact the way it looks, but it's got a lot of, it reminds me of those swim bait colors we were using that were the electric shad, the deal does, in this actual bait. But that's why I was thinking, I was like, I should get it out once I spotted it. I wasn't even looking for it. I just happened to pawn it looking for the Goby Bryant. So I set it out. I'm like, I should probably try it. Because what you'll have happen is the deal, sometimes it's the deal. That's what they do. This is one of my favorite. I'm gonna balance this thing. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna take this funky, I put this janky thing on it because it's loose right here. I didn't put enough glue. And it's the actual foam one. I got a full cork one, but when I do that, I couldn't balance it because at the end they put so much glue, it was solid. They didn't, like, it wasn't hollow. But I'm gonna make it hollow. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to balance this combo out because I like this now. This is definitely one of those all-purpose, awesome for what I do with these shaky heads, jigs. You could, you know, all kinds of other jigs, but then it also will work for other baits.
Okay.
And it just looks good. It's an awesome setup. I know the colors are a little off, but hey. I've retied the deal on. We have the deal, and let me.
Like doubles, but not double break off.
Oh yeah, we had a double break off a second ago. I think we were on the 5 feet apart, but I think we were both snagged on the same tree down in the water on the other side. But here's the deal. We got limited time now. We're in that 4 o'clock. Gets dark around. I got a freaking fish, Charles. Oh my God, I ain't got time to talk to you people. I'm catching these monsters. But we're in this little window, and this may be my new lucky rod and reel combo. The deal and the new LingL. But it's really this rod. Problem is, I don't know if I want or can use a GH100 as where it would fit in at. It's definitely a bigger looking filling reels, but so I could use it on a bigger rod, but I don't think I'll need anything else. That's a fish, Charles. Look, way out here. You see how long I can wait and set the hook? If that had been an NRX, game over. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I said that from the get-go. When I tracked this rod down, I went up to that place looking at something else, and he's like, he has a whole wall of like rod just leaning up against the wall. I'm like, what's this? I grabbed it and I was like, oh, it's got a solid tip. And, you know, I felt that tip because look at that.
That's the fastest action I've ever seen
Right.
in my life.
But look at that. See how quick that goes into, it's that long, and then that right there is like a freaking medium heavy or heavy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So what you have is the ability to throw these littlest baits, but then when you set the hook, you can set the hook on a 5/0 hook. It's not, I've never seen one like it either. And my first thoughts,
looks like it's been broken, repaired.
right, and my first thoughts were, oh, that's going to snap. Like, you know, it's such a quick transition. I got another one. But as you guys can see, all it does is catch fish. Oh, that's a nice one. That's bigger than I've caught in a while. Do we want to try to boat flip this guy? Let's try it. Now you don't want to high stick it because that's a... Look at that fish. I got to get a pic of that. That is a beautiful fish. I'm setting slimy fish in Charles's seats. He don't care. We need a pic. That's a... Oh boy. He wasn't coming to hook, Charles. Ah. Jeez. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, we got a jumper. Hang on. Whoa, let me set everything down. Watch this jumper. This fish is gonna be a jumper. I can feel it in my bones. Come on. Nope. Let's see if we can see. Come on. Oh, did you see how quick that thing took off? It's playing dead. It's playing possum.